All right, guys, Fulu coming to you with another commentary. Um, I know that like we're supposed to be have like optimism, and we're supposed to be like I guess you can say we're supposed to be positive and have a positive outlook on things like in any given situation. And I agree that like you have to have a positive outlook on any given situation, especially in pertaining to your own life. That's the most important thing, to have a positive outlook in pertaining to your own life. But when it comes to society, I don't agree with the fact that you have to have a positive outlook, especially when you see what's going on in society. And I'm just gonna go to the basics real quick. This text I was looking at, I like to do my research a lot. So I was looking at this text, and you know, I want to give the commentary based off of these principles because they're like fundamental principles, and, and they're common sense principles. However, I think that like these things have been abandoned, and you know, the solution is real easy when you think about like this whole gender war we have. The solution is really easy, but the problem is the opposite gender does not want to abide by this solution, because this solution would be looked at as boring. It would be looked at as like too typical, and it would just be looked at as something that like they don't want. So let's get into it. So you know, number one, like let's just talk about marriage. Um marriage can be a reforming agent. You know what I mean? Um, you shouldn't get married unless you can, like if you can earn a decent and honest livelihood. However, now in this society, especially with masculine Moniqua and even Casper Karen to a certain extent, their prerequisite for you most of the time is that you should not earn a decent livelihood. And if you do earn a decent livelihood, minimum requirement is that they want you to have like a quarter mil or even above that. You know what I mean? um you know the thing is, another thing that um is like, most of the time the modern woman doesn't care if your wealth is either fair or foul. You know what I mean? As long as you're just giving it to her. Now, another thing too is, you know, if you don't have the means to provide for a woman, right? Then it's going to be an unhappy marital life for people, and the children suffer, and also it's going to be a source of decay in the society, and it should be avoided in order to maintain a healthy society. But the thing is that because like modern women like degenerate men a lot of the time, and they give their best years to these degenerate men, um it, the kids end up unhappy, and most of the time the kids are not had out of like a marriage. Most of the time the kids are had out of wedlock, and this is especially true for the black community, but it's also true for other communities too, man. You see it a lot in I'm not gonna even just say the black community. You see it most in the black community, but you also see it in like the white, and also big time in the Latin community as well. Now, another thing too is that like having being of good character should be like one of the numero unos for marriage. Um, and a person of bad moral character will most likely corrupt their partner. And you know, when we look at how like Pookie and Ray Ray's do, or the Chads or whatever. But these women are seeking these dudes out, so it's not like these dudes' fault, like because at the same, like when it comes down to it, these women want like a Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad type dude. So it's like they're just taking what is coming to them. You know what I mean? And when we see the result of women who go with these guys, I mean, they're very corrupted, they're very conniving, they're very evil, they're very self-absorbed. They think that they're entitled to everything that you've ever worked for, and you've done it the right way. We see the results. I can just step outside, and we can just see it in this society we live in. you know person, another thing too, with men, unfortunately, and mind you, this was written by a sage, and they called him too strict. They called this guy too strict, by the way. But you know um as men too, unfortunately, and this relates to the simps, they are like warned against taking wives who who excessively demand things, and because they demand so many things, they result to like crazy means to get those things for their wives, and to satisfy their caprices. So I say this to say, and again, I'm gonna just stand on my square, because I decide I don't date in the West, and I don't date, period. I don't use dating sites. I don't waste my time. It's like something that, like, dating is not even in my mind. Dating is, I guess you can say, like a cockroach, and I stepped on it a long time ago, right? So the thing is, and the reason why is for the reasons that I named. Now, people have been coming to this page saying, "Oh, not all women are like this," and "Oh, you're just not looking hard enough." I'm not going to waste energy looking, I mean, at something that's not there. Like, I know it's not there. Okay, if it was there, it would be defending the craziness that is going on right now, and it wouldn't be canceled for defending the craziness that's going on right now. So I like some dudes who come to this page who actually probably have secretly made alliances with these modern Belejo and Tubok women are trying to take me off my square. But I got news for you. You're not going to take me off my square. I push a hard line, and most people can't take the fact that I push this hard line. But you know what? The things that I want and the things that I'm planning to get out of life come with conditions. And, the conditions that they come with are things that, like, not many people can get down with or gel with. But let's just go into some things that I found that show why, like, I'm not wasting my time. So let's just look at this. And women are becoming more and more violent as the days go on. I don't know why it is, but women are becoming very, 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 very violent all the way around. Western women are becoming super violent for some reason. I don't know, but let's look into this.
So this girl got her baby daddy to rob her boyfriend. So they end up killing her boyfriend over a chain.
So, like, that's the thing. Here's my thing. If you're going to do this, if you're going to do a life of crime or something like that, why not leave that life, why not leave the person you're with out of that life of crime? Why not, instead of like targeting someone, and I'm not again, I'm not trying to condone, I'm not trying to encourage people to do crime. But if you must do crime, learn how to get on some Hugh Jackman, John Travolta Swordfish. Watch that movie. You should watch that movie and what Hugh Jackman was doing on that movie. You should really watch it, tap in, and learn what he was doing on that movie instead of going after people and doing actually bodily harm to them. Especially when it's your freaking ex, when it's your freaking boyfriend that you're with. Let's continue. So they were 19 years old, got found with guns and ammunition and everything like that. So they just were on a spree. So, I mean, I don't get it, bro. I really don't get it. So let's look at something else that was shown to me on this was shown to me on my Instagram. So yeah, let me see. So here's something that was shown to me. And why would you even do this? So why would you even like why would you even, number one, why would you even have a little kid who's in a diaper in this position? So this is, I don't know if it's a woman or I don't know if it's a man saying it, but it's my mom and my daughter scrapping. Oh, yeah, I think it's a woman. I think it's a woman doing this. My mom and my daughter scrapping. Dog, this pic is so funny. My kid was pissed. So, yeah, it's a woman who did it. And you can see her name. You can see her name and, you know, what she's about. So they said someone answered, some things need to be kept in the drafts, like your wedding pics. So they show the wedding pic. Then she said, we can do this all day. Did you have a wedding or did you have that baby out of wedlock? Okay, here we go. Your nigga wanted to eat the day before you got married. Don't make me embarrass you. So you see how it is. You see how it goes with these, like, this toxicity, especially among Belejo, you know. Like, I hate to say it, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You know, all Western women are pretty much toxic, all of them. They're all like toxic, right? But Belejos are probably one of the most, like, they're kind of like, they take the cream of the pie, you know, in terms of like I want to say their toxicity levels, you know. So I found this, and it just goes to show, like, yo, like, so, like, you should not even waste time because it's going around. And shout out to Rubles Zaman for this video. And so yeah, let me find it real quick. And again, like, I'm not, you know, a lot of people are going to say you're degrading Western women. A lot of people are going to say you're degrading black people and stuff like that. But they're degrading themselves. You know what I mean? Like, me as a continental African man who comes straight out of the continent and who's been in the West for quite some while now to know think to know how things work and stuff like that. I'm just going based off of what I see. I'm going based off of what I hear, and I'm going based off of basically things that I escaped because my intuition told me to get the, as they say, get the hell out of Dodge. So here's another one.
I decided to download Babbel and start learning Spanish.
Ladies, I have an important reminder for you today. Do not be
So this is a Latina woman. And again, I said it's not just black women, it's across the globe. It's across the it's across the spectrum in the West, in the Western world.
afraid to be a bitch. Because when you have boundaries and when you know your worth, you might inevitably be called a bitch.
So the thing is that they feel this way after Chad, Pookie, Ray Ray, Tyrone, and Juan did their damage. Most of the time, you have to understand something. When a woman is like a traditional woman and stuff like that, she's not gonna be like saying things like that. She's not gonna be like doing things such as this. You know what I mean? She's not gonna have that kind of energy. As a matter of fact, she's going to be so concerned with like trying to get married, trying to do the right thing, trying to do what she was raised to do by her parents, that she really won't have time to do this. You know what I mean? And so this is why this is important. And it's gotten to the point. It's gotten to the point where you can read, like me, I've gotten to the point where I use my mind's eye, and my mind's eye already tells me like, yeah, don't look away. Like as soon as they lay eyes on you, look away. Because you feel how ferocious, how angry, how fat, how out of shape they are. You know what I mean? When you're the complete opposite. You feel me? Like I'm not going to disclose some of the things that have happened to me during Ramadan in terms of my physical body and what I thought my physical body was capable of. You know what I mean? Well, let's just say I didn't know what my physical body was capable of until this Ramadan. I'm not going to disclose those things. You know what I mean? But just understand that, like, you know how they say that like most black women are obese. I have to say that this is not just black women, it's all around Western women, period. A lot of Western women are sloppy, rolls, things like that. You see some of you see some of them, the minority that stay in the gym and stuff like that. You see that. But then the ones who stay in the gym, they have these crappy diets. I mean, and I'm sorry to say it, but that's numero uno. Like the gym, I would say the gym is like, maybe I would say less than 50%, right? It's what you do outside of the gym. So a lot of these women, like what they do, and I know one right now, I'm not going to name her. What she does is that she goes to the gym, posts all these selfies at the gym showing that she's working out, this, that, and the other, but she's not losing weight. And also, she's like, she's big. You know what I mean? She's not really, yeah, she's plus size, and it's not really going down. It's not really becoming tone because outside of the gym, eats unhealthy, drinks a lot. And so the gym like that basically cancels out her gym stuff. You know what I mean? But let's continue.
And that's others, mostly men, being uncomfortable with the fact that a woman will not let anyone push her around or take advantage of her. So be a bitch today.
This young
So with that being said, what she's saying is just basically what she's saying is that like you have to basically submit yourself to her past trauma that she put herself through when she was dealing with Juan. You know what I mean? Like that's what she's basically saying. And she's basically saying because she's been pumped and dumped so many times that you now have to be the one who's going to suffer for her choices of being pumped and dumped, pumped and dumped, pumped and dumped, right? That's what she's basically saying. Now, here is something else that I found, and then we'll just end it on this note. Yeah, we'll just end it on this note. Let's just end it on this note.
Since 1978, American Van has been a leading equipment manufacturer and direct supplier of van storage.
No, because of the way that I'm so pissed right now.
Now, there you go. You see, these women, you have to understand something about these women. A lot of these Western women. And when I say a lot, I mean like maybe 90% of them. These women are broken spiritually, broken mentally, broken emotionally. Do not waste your time with them, or you are going to suffer from their thing. Because here's the thing. Here's what happens. As men, we don't get the luxury of saying, like when we go through hardships as men, we don't get the luxury of saying, oh, the world owes us for all those hardships and all those things that we've been through. We don't get that luxury. Women, they get that luxury. And you have these simp men and you have other women who encourage them to like basically receive these kind of things. But just understand these women are broken. These women are torn up. And yeah.
These men, no, I don't even want to say men. I'm going to say boys. These boys are driving me crazy. They're all like, dude, oh my God. They're all like, oh my God, let me take you on a date. Like, oh my God, I could show you the world. Like, like, shut up, Aladdin.
Oh wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Shut the up, Aladdin. You're not gonna show me the world. You just want to get in my pants. Shut the up.
But you oblige, though. That's the thing. You oblige.
I can show you the. Shut up. I'm over it. Show me some money in my bank account. How about that?
That's what they want, too. That's the thing. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Then he's just.
So you just have to understand this is what it comes down to. And I'm gonna show you like a traditional society where the women are still dignified and treated with respect. But of course, these women are going to be looked at as oppressed, and these women are going to be looked at as like they're going to be looked at as how should I put it? Looked at as like boring women and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find the video of this thing. And of course, I'm going to be looked at as a race betrayer for showing this footage, but I'm going to show it anyway. Let me see. I think it's on this channel. See. Let me see. It may be on the other channel. Hold on. And then this will be the last video I show. Just to show you the complete opposites when traditions are still in when traditions are still in place, and the difference between that and between when traditions aren't in place. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, America really doesn't have traditions. You know, women here don't have like traditions, so to say. Let me see if I can find it. I know I saw a video. Gotta try to find it. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna find it. Oh, right here. Yeah, right here. So this book, this little gathering is taking, and as I said, I am now like I have a new, since reading about Imam Shamil, Rahmatullah alayh, and reading about like more about Chechnya and reading more about Dagestan and being a Khabib Nurmagomedov fan and how he moved and stuff like that. I'm really have taken a fondness to Chechen and the Chechen culture because I see the parallels that it has with my culture. So yeah. But anyhow, let's look at like dignified women, and let's look at the differences between them and Western women. So you see that most of the like traditions are still in place. You have women on one side and you have men on the other side. You know what I mean? Which makes a lot of sense. And it just, and even I'm pretty sure that their husbands are in there, you know. But like, I mean, they're just keeping things like traditional, keeping things cordial and things like that. So to maybe avoid any promiscuity that may come, that they may be compelled to do, you know. And the thing is about a woman who's covered is it's very attractive. You know, it's very, very attractive when a woman's covered like that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yeah, your pleasures, you get pleasures of the eyes when you look at like the Instagram models and stuff like that. But even that becomes like old and redundant after a while because they're freaking like, I want to say they're freaking what's the word? I want to say they're like just made up. They're like just done up. They look the same. BBWs and stuff like that. You know, it's just the same thing. I'll never forget, bro. I was in but I didn't have time to pursue it, you know. But I was in a market. I was in a bodega, and there was she was definitely probably Senegalese, and she was covered head to toe, and we locked eyes on each other. And the thing is, we locked eyes for a cool minute, and I know the energy was there. You know, I felt the energy. Like because she locked eyes first at me, and or it was around the same time, so I knew it was like, okay, like, yeah, you know, this is something. But unfortunately I didn't have time to pursue, you know, because I was in the middle of something at the time, you know. But when a woman is covered and stuff like that, that thing does something to you, you know. It does. So yeah, I just wanted to do like a brief thing showing like how those women are, how like calm, cool, collected they are and stuff like that. But anyhow, man, that's just to show you like just how moral decadence this society is getting. And I mean, I can show you many more videos of how violent women are getting. You know, like these, and unfortunately, as you see, she was 19 years old, so they're starting younger and younger. You know, because of their parents. You know, but anyhow, that's all I got for now, guys. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Fool is signing out. Unjarama.